Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Ginger, of course. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be an interesting one. So I was talking to my brother recently and he asked me a question that I did not have an answer to. He was like, how come you don't ever cover 4C hair news? And I was like, first of all, okay idea. But second of all, he has a great point. He said, I have a whole community of women that has 4C hair. I assume you have 4C hair. And we don't talk about the news that's out there regarding our hair. And he actually went as far as sending me this article, which is called, Is Undone 4C Natural Hair Black Women's Answer to the Effortless Hair Trend? Kind of juicy, right? And I was like, okay, brother, I get your point because they're talking about us, but how accurate are these articles or these blog posts? And I think it'll be interesting to kind of like react to them, read them, discuss them, and give our point of view and our thoughts on some of these articles that is written about us. Because yes, 4C hair is a thing. Okay, so today's video, we are going to read and react to this article. I would love for you to, first of all, interact, leave your comments down below, let me know your thoughts, all that juicy goodness. Before we get started though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And on that note, let's get started. How long is this article? Ooh, it's kind of long. Oh no, it's not that bad. No, it's kind of long. No. Okay, let's get started right away. I need my glasses. Y'all know I can't see, but I'm trying to look cute. Black hairstyling is a lot of things. Genius? Yes. Innovative? Absolutely. Beautiful? Undoubtedly. But it's rarely ever described as effortless, especially not in the way it's meant for straight and wavy hair types. Look up bed hair, it says. Let's see what that looks like. Bed hair, images. Ooh, interesting. The third picture for me is a natural hair woman. No, interesting. Look at her. Okay, girl. But it's interesting. Interesting that this is what what are they even selling me here? What is she doing to her edges? I don't know what she's doing to her edges, but okay. I don't know what they're telling me, but okay, you know, there is a lot of straight, wavy hair. I don't see a lot of natural hair except for that one woman, which I'm not sure what Ulta is selling me here. But let me see what's going on with Ulta's website. Bedhead is a product. I knew it. They're trying to sell me something. Huh. Okay. What else did it say to search? Undone blonde. See what that's about. I mean, I guess I added blonde, so I don't expect to see natural hair. Okay, but you know, bedhead is effortless. It's cute. We know what they're talking about. You know, put your hair into a loose bun. Between braids that took 12 hours to complete, wash day detangling that literally took all day, and near misses with the hot comb, many black folks wear their effort like a badge of honor. Yet, effortless textured hair was a consistent theme at this year's spring and summer 24, is that what it is? Copenhagen Fashion Week. Unbothered attended the celebration fashion event last week to keep a close eye on emerging black hair trends on the runway. Across the spring/summer 24 runway shows, the vibe was laid back with what I'm coining as undone natural hair. Black models' kinky afros weren't overly styled and coils weren't defined. Instead, hair was stretched just beyond shrinkage length, and there was rarely a laid edge in sight. I don't know about y'all, but this is bringing a little bit of like joy to my heart. As I'm reading this, my heart is like skipping a few beats. Kinky afros weren't overly styled and coils weren't defined. Wow, I don't know if child, where I grew up, you got to do something with your hair. And being able to see this on the runway brings so much joy to my heart. Does she have any pictures? Let's go to spring/summer 24 runway shows. Let's see if I can peep some natural hair. I don't see. Oh, she got braids. Okay, but she doesn't have 4C hair. Oh, okay, we got a naturalista here. Okay, girl. I'm just scrolling by, y'all, trying to see if I can see this 4C goodness. I don't see it. Were they not photographed? What's going on here? Because I'm scrolling. I don't see 4C hair, but that doesn't mean the girlies weren't there. It's possible they went to the washroom when the photographs were being taken. All right, let's continue. For a Scandinavian brand, Sunflowers, as S24 shows, textured hair wasn't manipulated into elaborated styles, and 4C curls weren't defined or tamed with heavy-duty gels. Black models' haircuts weren't lined up with razors' sharp precision as we've come to expect and praise in our black barbershops. Elsewhere, year at the glorious Stein Goya, is that how you say this? Show, bountiful afros weren't pressed or slicked down into tight ponytails, unlike the hair of white and Asian models on the runway. Across collections, there weren't the typical identikit of hairstyles. Lock, froze, buns, bleach buzz cuts, and braids could be found on the same catwalk. Wow, it says black models and their hair appeared free just to be. Okay, I just want to see these pictures. Show me the pictures. Black models' haircut weren't lined up. Well, let's click on this link. Ooh! At least we see one. Here is this man over here with his hair just giving hair, okay? It's giving afro. It's not overly lined. I'm just out here zooming in. All right. But I wish I could see some of the other girlies, you know? Let me click on this link. Okay, I see the men, but I don't see women. Was it just a male show? I'm not sure, you know? I'm not too tuned in the fashion world like that. Anyways, to be undone means no defining gels, no updos, no ponytails, no mohawk, no cornrows. Simply washed, detangled, conditioned, brushed, picked healthy, beautiful afro. I wish I could see a picture. Anyways, away from the protective bubble of Fashion Week, I wondered how the emerging undone black hair trend translate into real life. Remember when H&M shared an ad with a young black girl whose hair wasn't slicked into a neat ponytail? Y'all remember that? Oh my God. Let me see if they still have a picture. Oh, there it is. There she is. I think this went off. I remember when this came out and it was kind of crazy how this poor little girl was picked on. Anyways, we're not going to cover this news today. If you want me to cover this, we can do this in another video because I feel like this video is going to be long enough. But that's definitely some news that we can cover in this new series. We should probably make this a new thing, right? All right. Remember when H&M shared an ad with a young black girl whose hair wasn't slicked down into a neat ponytail? There was a genuine uproar. Maybe it's because the word undone feels too close to unkept, which, to clarify, isn't what I'm talking about here. All black folk know a healthy, natural afro takes a significant degree of work commitment and investment in great products and tools to maintain. It takes a lot of work to look so free. Yet undone natural hair in this context means type 4 froze that haven't been over manipulated, not slicked or stretched or styled and defined in the twist out method. I can hear my husband screaming, "Sir, can you keep it down, please?" I know what you're thinking. Haven't you heard of the wash and go? By the way, I am rocking a wash and go today. While similar to the undone natural hair trend, most popular wash and go methods are preoccupied with achieving curl definition. And for some 4C girls, the results can be hit and miss and feel more like a wash and stay whole. That's an excellent point. I remember when I first started this whole wash and go journey, setting my hair into a wash and go, and I said that it felt like we were chasing curls and a lot of people came for me, but I still stand by what I said. I feel like a lot of women, especially with 4C hair, feel like they can't wear a wash and go because it doesn't look a certain way, like somebody else's curls. It takes a certain level of acceptance of your hair texture, coil, kinks for you to wear them the way that the good Lord intended you to wear them. It really takes a level of acceptance. And I know a lot of us aren't there yet, but the wash and go is not a wash and go. Although this wash and go was a wash and go. And I filmed it. If you want to see how I did it, I will link it in the cards and down below. Let's continue. To be undone means no defining gels, no updos, no ponytails, no mohawk, no cornrows. Simply wash, detangle, condition, brush, picked healthy, beautiful afro hair. And would you be able to wear your hair like that? Leave a comment down below, let me know. Would you be able to wear your hair in simply washed, detangled, conditioned, brushed, picked, and left in an afro? The trend for undone 4C hair has already been brewing amongst Black influencers with tightly coiled hair textures. On TikTok, creator Animatu Textures shared her appreciation for her 4C hair. Well, let's check and see what they see as undone 4C hair.
I was talking about all types. If you're someone who's trying to love your natural hair unmanipulated, I have a few tips for you. Anyone who knows my page knows that this is one of the biggest things that I constantly preach about. Learning to accept your hair for what it is and what it will never be. Number one, this one's kind of hard when you're just starting out, but you need to take pictures with your unmanipulated natural hair. Do your makeup, get all cute, take pictures with your natural hair, and stare at those pictures and try to find beauty in your face with your hair out. Number two is a lot easier. Follow creators who have the same hair texture as you, who don't over manipulate their hair. It's obviously going to be harder to learn to accept your hair if you're following creators who constantly complain about their hair, but they have the same hair type as you. Number three might sound a little bit controversial or extreme, but depending on how serious you are, you might want to ditch straight wigs just for a little bit. Taking a break from straight wigs and weaves could be a good way for you to find beauty in your own texture again. There are so many companies these days that make afro textured wigs, clip-ins, all of those things.
Okay, very good point there, sis. Thank you for chiming in. Let's check out this other video right here.
I've seen people do 4C appreciation posts, and I don't think a lot of people show 4C hair in its natural glory. This is me pretty much just woken up, nothing done to my hair. But I just want to have a little bit of appreciation for my hair. I just think it's so...
Okay, I want to play this video, but I feel like I'm going to get flagged because of the song that she has playing, so I'll link it down below. But I love her little mini fro. You know, we don't give the mini fro enough credit. It's so pretty. You can literally wake up and go if you wanted to, but that comes with you accepting your hair and your texture. I digress. Going back to the article. So this creator stresses in a video to her audience that we need to see more undone natural hair that's not being put into another style. I hate when people talk about shrinkage as if it's a bad thing. She explains in her video. I almost feel like it's an insult to black hair, as if it's not in its perfect state when there's shrinkage. And I think it's beautiful just the way it is. Music to my ears. So many women want to avoid shrinkage like the plague. But guess what? Shrinkage is part of your hair. Once you accept it, you and your hair will play nice with each other. If you don't accept it, you're constantly going to be fighting what your hair does naturally. And for what? To show other people that you have length? When are we gonna get over the fact that we need to prove to other people that we can grow our hair and our hair is long? Because my hair looks super short right now, but if I stretch it, you know, it's longer. But who cares? Why do I need to prove to somebody else that I don't even know that I have long hair? Why? What's the point? Anyways, let's continue. Many will remember the black TikTok creator Lip Gloss. Rest in peace, Lip Gloss. I say that as if she's no longer with us. I'm joking. She doesn't create anymore because the internet bullied her. Yes, I remember Lip Gloss, who has over 1 million followers, wore her hair in a completely shrunken state and resisted the desire to manipulate it with various products and technique for it to be seen as acceptable. The videos went viral and she was praised for her candidness. Speaking to Unbothered last year, she said, I started wearing my natural hair in its most natural state, tightly coiled because of shrinkage, not stretched, with no twist out, no laid edges, or protective style or manipulation, just as is. I talked about how I was exploring the idea of living in my natural state, especially when there's shrinkage and my hair looks short. I resented chasing feminization in the way I dress just to feel attractive and not masculine. And I challenged my own fears of feeling less desirable and attractive wearing my hair this way. The popular TikTok creator hoped that more black women and girls would wear their hair in a similar way. I do believe that if all black girls with 4C hair wore their hair shrunken at the same time, then it'd be much easier. It would ease some of the anxiousness some feel when wearing your hair out for the first time. If all the girls do it, I swear in 2 years, people are going to think it's cute. Well, where is Lip Gloss? I want to say she deleted her page. Oh no, it's still there. Does she still post? No, she doesn't post anymore, unfortunately. But that's deep. That's deep. This is the reason why I always feel some sort of way when people are like, 4C hair doesn't exist. Now you can say that. But back then, 4C hair is how a lot of us found each other. There's such a thing back in the day, believe it or not, kids these days don't know, but there was a time where you went on the internet and you found no one that looked like you. It's such a powerful thing being able to see women that look like you in spaces that you didn't even believe you could be. At least for me, that's how it's been. Seeing successful black women with their kinky hair in places that I didn't even know was possible for me really motivate me to work harder and to do the things that I want to do now so that I can close the gap between where I am right now and where I want to be. Like, it expanded my mind in terms of what's possible. So being able to find women that confidently wear their natural hair shrunken, undone, just like this, and a fro, not manipulated, overly manipulated, not, I don't know, drenched in gels or stretched out or straight or whatever. You know what I mean? Seeing women accept and wear the natural hair confidently really has helped a lot of other women do the same. If she can do it, then that means I can also work up the confidence to wear my natural hair. And there's something powerful there. Finding your tribe and being able to cultivate that confidence. Otherwise, you would have never been able to do. I think a lot of women spend their entire lives never showing their natural hair in their workplace, wherever they go. Whenever they're going outside, it needs to be fixed. It needs to be changed. You need to take care of your hair. A lot of women spend their entire lives like this. There's something empowering about seeing someone else do what you want to do, and then that motivate or influence you to do the same thing. I agree with her. I think there's a lot of Black women that do wear their hair though. At least nowadays, it's not the same as it used to be back then. There was none of us, and now there's just too many people that are just spreading misinformation about our hair, and I really don't like that. But at the very least, you can see yourself in someone else that wears their hair. All right, let's continue. Thankfully, she isn't alone. Many were inspired by lip gloss video, with some commenting that she had inadvertently started a shrunken natural 4C hair movement. In response to the viral video, TikTok creator Life of Deb said she learned to love her natural hair in an unmanipulated state by accepting what my hair is and what it'll never be. That's exactly what I was talking about. Someone does it, they wear it confidently, and it just really helps other women to do the same. For those struggling to do the same, she recommends taking pictures of their hair, not stretched, not slicked back, as is. Do your makeup, get all cute, and stare at pictures of yourself with your natural hair. Try to find beauty in your face with your hair. I agree. Sometimes you just have to rip the band-aid. Stop hiding behind the wigs or the clip-ins, the da-da-da. Just rip the band-aid and start wearing your hair. You gotta start wearing your hair for you to build the confidence to wear your hair. It doesn't happen the other way around. I truly believe it. That's exactly how it started for me. I just started wearing my hair. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel comfortable wearing it, but I just did it. And over time, you start looking at your hair differently, like, oh my God, I kind of like this little style. Oh, I like this, how my hair is curling up on its own. Oh, I like when it does this. And that's how you start falling in love with your hair. You gotta wear it. Where are we? To wear your natural hair in its most natural state shouldn't be revolutionary for many Black women with 4C hair. Like myself, we know that it is. While the natural hair movement has succeeded in allowing more Black people to embrace their curls and coils, for those with the tightest textures, there's still some way to go when it comes to 4C hair representation. With that said, to be undone goes one further than what many natural creators promote. It means showing up as yourself with no additional adornment. And it's something I've personally never done. Oh, great accountability there. Okay, girl, you gotta do it. I think there is a long way to go for 4C representation. I feel like we've came a long way. Back in 2012, 2013, there was zero representation. And now, there's a sprinkle here and there. Between the endless pursuit to define type 4 curls, the late edges, and those of us who take our braids out so soon as the evidence of regrowth appears, there is an enduring pressure for Black women to have their hair done. Also read tame, smooth, fix, all the time. So I'm gonna skip a little bit, but I wanna read this part. As much as we try to stress that Black hair is perfect as is, internalized texturism means not everyone is comfortable with wearing their natural hair entirely natural. Last year, Unbothered talked to Black women about feeling pressured to lay down their edges, with one Black woman admitting to writer Lola Christina that the obsession Black women have with looking perfect and polished can sometimes harm us, she wrote. We can end up being twice as harsh on each other for no reason. It's become a requirement that slick edges are worn with natural or relaxed hair, and we need to do more questioning as to why that is. Very important one. I feel like some of us have such an obsession with slicking down our edges, and we do it to the point that we ruin our edges. Can you imagine that you are brushing and slicking down your edges so much that you start having traction alopecia or some sort of alopecia? Can you imagine? Like, that's how much we want to have the slick down edges, or even do do our edges in the way that women with 4C hair does it. The baby hairs, the swirls, we just want it so bad. It makes you wonder, where does that come from, okay? Have we fully accepted ourselves and our hair and our texture and our shrinkage and all of that? Have we? Still, fashion helps to communicate with the rest of the world its latest beauty standards, for better or worse. So showing black hair in this way, in all of its various shapes, curl patterns, glory, made me feel a touch better about my own regrowth, which she was struggling to slick down. Now I am re-evaluating what done hair means to me. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna stop it here because I don't want this video to be too long, but I will leave a link to this article down below. I think she makes interesting points. Who is the author? I wish I could shout out her name. Wrote this article, L'Oreal Blackett. Shout out to you, girl. This was an interesting article, and I think you made some valid points in terms of questioning, how do we actually feel about our hair? Can we wear our hair just wash, condition, and in a full afro without defining it? Especially right now, I think there is, all the rave is doing a wash and go, and a lot of women are just using so many different products to capture and freeze these curls by any means necessary. And is that needed? You know, what does that say about ourselves if we don't want to show up with our hair in an effortless fashion? Okay, we can't blame other people at this point if we're not doing it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't watch and be a silent viewer. I know there's so many of you out there. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I will put a link to the article down below as well. Shout out to my brother for this excellent idea of covering the news in this space, especially 4C hair news. I think it'll be an interesting series. What do you think? Let me know down below. If there's an article that you want me to react to, or a video or anything like that, also let me know. Send me an email, whatever. You know how to reach me, okay? Don't be like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.